What's up, everybody? What's going on? Let's just do this really quickly. Here. The chat. We're here. Okay, we'll do this here. All right. We are here. So let's see here. Twitch you in the building. Just waiting for everyone to arrive. Come on over. So we'll do that there. What's up? And Holly, you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. What's going on? Let me know. Trying to use my headset today. So definitely. All right. DJ Daz, what's good? Good to see you. We got to test out that little secret operation later as well. I'm working on it. That's why I was asking Zinzabel, hello. What's up, London? That's why I was asking, hello, Eve. All those questions about that Discord thing is there as well. Here we are. How are we doing, my people? This is so much fun. We get together. Ames, what's good? How are you? All right, DJ on the ones and twos. Nerd Chris, good to see you. I'm still researching that for you, DJ on the ones and twos. Laney, hello. Startastic. Steve, nice. What's good? Awesome. We're all here. Lorraine, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, we're here. Classics is present. Yes. All right, so we get started. I love to get started. My first question, let me put the first question in here for us to talk about is if you have questions, put them in the chat. We're going to have a quick little round of Q&A. We got some good topics today, very good topics today. So let me create this and put here. Thank you, Nikki Durrell. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. C. Cruz, what's up? Thank you. DJ Infrared, good to see you again. Thank you for stopping by. Here, what's the you like to use in the chat? There, Miss Vale, what's good? Miss Vale's going to talk to us about 10, 12 minutes as well. We're excited to have her back, her second appearance on Twitch U. Love it. So here we go. I'm going to add this banner, and then I want to know if you know what's the favorite command. What's your favorite command you like to use in the chat? What's up, Alex? Oh, D-Man. D-Man is joining us as well today. What's good? DJ Chaotic, I believe. Yes, David Chaotic. What's up? Good to see you. All those dope backgrounds. So, well, actually, we'll talk about that one right now, Steve. Nice. I like that as well. And some of the DJs in the chat can answer you. I know that some of us, hold on here, let me get up here. Some of us like to use, what's up, Selecta? How's it going? Some of us like to use what's called like green screens, and we can put green screens and put backgrounds behind us and layer it on top of us. We also use Lenny Pensil. Good to see you. Um, we also use different photos, videos. So I know green screen has really helped me add to the backgrounds I'm using. And then a lot of people have overlays as well. I know Jordan talked to us about overlays. He's coming back in a couple weeks as well. But yeah, DJs can also in the chat it can let you know as well too. But that's kind of what it is. I will give Nala a treat. She's outside right now, but I'll give her a treat. So hopefully that answered your question. Um, and let's see here. Yeah, yes. The Party Rocker DJ Kev G. Welcome to the stream. That's right. If you're here today and this is your first time at Twitch University, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat for us. I appreciate you all, both our returning veterans and our new family members, because we're here to learn together and it's fun. So nice, Nikki. Welcome. DJ Fudge, hello. Zinsbell 1. So, Just Jane, hello there. Good to see you. Hello there, White Tiger. Great to see everyone. So continue to kind of ask questions. We got a little bit of time. I also want to show you when more people get here. Soul Fox, hello. Ace Tail, good to see you here. Pretty brown hair. Good to see you here as well. Lady Cancer, first time here. Awesome. Good to see you. So, if you could put in the chat, if this is your first time here, how did you discover us? How did you discover Twitch University? Let us know that in the chat. We'd love to learn about that, how you discovered us. And I'm going to show you this right now. So I think we talked about it before, but and new people, you'll learn to love this as well. But you can actually use your DJQ. What's up? Use your Twitch emotes in regular text messages. So DJ GameSpawn, good to see you. So if you go to your phone, I'm going to send a text message to Classics here. And so you can see like my screen's right here. I'm going to send it to Classics. But if you scroll across, so let's see here. If you scroll across at the bottom, you see the bottom right there? So I'm going to scroll. I'm scrolling. Let's see if I can see it scrolling. And then you see there's a little Twitch button right there. Little Twitch button right there. So you hit the Twitch button, and then you can see all your emotes pop up. You can only send one at a time, but yeah, so I'm gonna do that as well. We're in slow mode, have to come correct because the comments go really, really fast. So we want to make sure that everyone can kind of get their comments in as well. That's why we're in slow mode. So then you can pick your emotes. Like I'm gonna send Classics right now, the little Mariah emote. So there's Classics right now. The Mariah emote pops up, and you can put it right there. So Twomp the DJ. What's good, sir? Good, sir. Make sure you follow Twomp there. So that's how you can send a text message. I'll review this later, but I want to, give you all that as well. You can see right there, just something really simple as well. But if I want to send her now, like Ivy's little My Pony, you can only do one at a time though. You can only do one at a time as well. But yes, Mr. Viney, get your notebook there. So that's how you do that, sending emotes. I'll review that as well later. But awesome. So I wanted to share that. Great to see you all. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I know I showed somebody that as well, but that's cool as well. Something there. And it doesn't work in Android, so we're gonna find out how to figure that out in Android. But right now it's only on for our fellow iPhone users. So also, as we asked, let me put the little banner up here. We want to know what's the favorite command. What's your favorite command you like to use? And I'm gonna recognize. I believe DJQ is in the chat. I love the commands DJQ has in his chat. He has like one that's like sprinkle. He has one that's like shake or whatever. DJQ, you're in the chat. I see you there. Um, Tell us about your commands, just the ones, and how you come up with them, because I think they're really creative, and I really love to come to your channel and use them there. So props to DJQ for that. And then yeah, and also, what are some good commands that you've seen in other people's chat as well? Yes, Leisha, that's cool. So share that. That's good. Thank you, Leisha, for doing that. What are some other commands you love? Like I love that one. There's one that we just added to this one. It's like uptime as well. Yes, oven fresh. Scat from Morse code is a good one. So when you do the scat one, he'll like scat. He'll pause the music and scat really quickly and keep it going as well. Slap is a good one also. Yes, London. Um, Good. I love these commands. So yeah, that's good as well. Let's see here. Okay, I wanted to, yes, the taco, to put someone on a taco to eat them. Yes, the flirt one. What's the fruit one? Tell us the fruit one. What's up, DJ Greenlight as well? Tell us the fruit one. Also for you newbies, I want to show you, yes, magic. That's a good one too. Oven Fresh. Heaven's a girl. Good to see you. Welcome. I want to make sure new people, you'll hear us say, turn on your notifications. And I want to show you what that means, just for an example. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pull up Twitch here. We're going to go to someone's profile. We're going to follow some new people here. Let's see here. We're going to mute this. We'll mute this as well. Follow channel, show more. Go back here. So that's good. So here. So okay. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to show you. Silver Knight has some great ones too. Yes, funny one, sang one. And actually here, if Flossie comes in, DJ Miss Classy, great to see you. Thank you for coming back again. 2 weeks in a row. Awesome. Um, yes. Now, how do I pronounce that? Yo partner Wiz, I believe. Thank you as well. Too. So the celebrate button is new. I don't know about the celebrate button. So let me see here. So what I just want to show the new people how to turn. Yes, there you go. DJQ dive. Take someone skinny dipping. I have it. Well, I don't know what the celebrate button does. We'll check it out. Padromi, hello there. Good to see you. All right. So let me show you how to turn notifications on. And let's go to somebody here that's new. So we'll say, I think we'll go to DJ Miss Classy. You're here. Let's go to your page. Oh, desktop view next to gift the sub. Okay, I'll check that out. All right, so we're gonna go to DJ Miss Classy. Okay, perfect. So let me show you my screen. So I'm gonna show you how to follow someone and make sure your notifications are on. This is always a popular question. Yes, making shift happen. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Also share screen. I'm using a new browser now. I'm trying out the Brave browser that Luna Gore told us about. So showing that. So let me make sure you can see my screen here. Let me turn this little banner off as well too. Okay, awesome. So yeah, you see my screen. I'm gonna turn the banner off, and then we're gonna come back here. Okay. So okay, so you see Miss Classy right here. There you are. Great, great profile picture as well. So I'm gonna follow, and then let's go to your page. So we're gonna go to your page, and Songbird's there too. Hi, Songbird. Right here. So make sure that when you follow someone, make sure that bell is activated. I don't want it to be off. So you want to make sure the bell is activated. That way you know, oh wow, we got a hype train already. Thank you for the bits. Tanya, California. Make sure you follow Tanya. I'm so proud of Tanya. She's on 2 for 2 for her streams, and she learned a lot of information from us here. So awesome, Tanya. Great job. But that's how you turn notifications on. So let's look and see someone else as well. Let's see who else. NYC Dope is here. Another guest of ours tonight. Awesome. I love it. We got a nice power pack one. So that's good. Great job, Classy. Let's see if I think I follow you already, Chaotic, but I'm still gonna look for you. We're gonna say Dick. Right. Let's see here. Tick. I think this is you here. So no, see I gotta spell it right. Let's see here. K-O-T. Okay, see I spelled that wrong. See, that's why I always check. Right here. This is you. So right here, so we're going to go to Cadix page, and you'll see right now, we'll mute this. So right now, I'm going to follow, and then make sure that bell is turned on as well, because you can turn it off, but you want to make sure the bell is solid. That way you're following them as well. Thank you for the bits. Have to come corrects. Your partner Wiz. Thanks for the bits. So that's how you follow someone and make sure you turn notifications on. So because of the fact that you turn notifications on, I'm gonna stop sharing. That will allow you to get the email notifications when they go live as well. All right, thanks for the bits. And where are we? We're 3 minutes, 20 seconds in. This is a hype train. So if you're new to this, that's good. If you're new to this as Twitch, a hype train is like a way for you to show love and appreciation to the person that's streaming. And so by doing that, you can give bits. Bits is like virtual currency. Like you see right there, Nikki Durrell gave 100 bits. That's like $1. Ames gave 200 bits. That's like $2. And it's just a way for you to show just love and appreciation for your streamer. And so right now in the middle of a hype train, you can throw like subs, like some people subscribe. That's what kind of kicked it off. So you can subscribe, you can throw out bits, 100 or more, and then you can also give subscriptions too. So when someone gives a subscription, it's a tongue twister, that means that they are out of the goodness of their heart. They're giving 5, 10, 1, 2 different subscriptions to a specific streamer, which means you can use their emotes, you can use their, really it's just you get to use their emotes, and you don't have any commercials when you first log onto their page. And that's kind of what really helps as well. So that helps also. Thank you for the follow, DJ Elbow Greasy. Welcome. So this is what a hype train is. So now that we're in a hype train, we got 2 minutes left, maybe more. If we can get to level 3, we have some more time as well. Any questions on what you see right now with the hype train? This is good exercise. So let me know anything you're seeing with the hype train. Like DJ Chaotic just gave out 1 gift sub to Steve Nice. So that means that Steve Nice gets to use my emotes and no commercials for 30 days. And then hopefully after 30 days, he will decide to sub on his own as well. And that's a gifted sub right there as well. And so, like you see, once you gift the sub, the hype train, it'll go up to 57%. Now, remember, if you're on mobile, you can't see the hype train, which is why we have to kind of verbally share with you what it's going on as well. So, Sunshine, how long is each level? 5 minutes. And then once you get past the, thank you, DJ Sweet Tooth. Thank you, Zinzabel, for the bits. Once you get past the next level, like we'll see, maybe if we get to level 3, you'll see it'll reset the time. I think it's 5 minutes as well again also. And so you'll see it going, it'll go down to a minute 20. You get different emotes as well. And you'll just watch it. So this is a hype train. It's just, we call it a legit way. Thank you, D-Man, for the bits to make it rain for the DJ or the streamer as well. So like you'll see the DJ will be like, okay, yes, sometimes DJ Elbow Greasy, good question. Let me get there. You'll see during a hype train that you can unlock secret emotes. And so it depends on the level that the DJ has his hype train at. There's some streamers will have like very, very difficult levels where, thank you, Zinzabel, for the bits. Thank you, have to come correct for the bits. So you see, we're getting closer to getting to 100%. Then it's going to go to level 3. So hopefully we'll get it in there. And so you can see how it'll go down to level 3 as well. So, okay, you see Sundays, how do you pronounce that? Tell me how you pronounce that. Sunday Sermon, subscribe to tier 1. So that pushed us to level 3. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Sunday Sermon. Drop some bits or drop some your new emotes in the chat. Thank you, Nikki Durrell, for the bits as well. That pushes up to level 3. So now you see we got 5 more minutes level 3. So you can see it's 5 minutes per level. And as you advance, it resets again. Now, what will happen is that some of the emotes you get for a hype train, if the DJ has it set up for very difficult, which means it takes a lot of bits and a lot of subscribers to get to one level, then you'll get these really exclusive emotes. I bet you there's some people in the chat that are still waiting. There you go. DJ Caddick showed you some of those special emotes. There's like 4 special emotes. I'm going to show you the picture of them actually as well. And let me see here. I'm going to show you the picture as well. Thank you, Zinzabel, for the bits. Thank you, Lenny Pencio, for gifting a sub. Thank you very much. Also, if you received a gifted sub from someone, make sure you thank them. Thank them. That's very important to thank them because they're giving a gift to the community. Also, this is great. We're actually teaching about the hype train in class for a hype train as well. What's up, Songbird? Welcome back. I know you're at a wedding, so welcome back. Good to see you. Kingdom Truth Broadcast. Welcome to the stream as well. So you see right now, the hype train is 3.5 minutes, 46%. As soon as we finish this hype train, we're going to go to Miss Vale because I know you're on schedule. So I see you there, Miss Vale. And so we're in here as well. So let me show you these levels of the hype train really quickly, these emotes. So these are the emotes right here. And you see the emotes on the right-hand side, on the far right-hand side. Ooh, DJ mic dropped a 5-piece. So let me explain what that happened just right now for the newbies there. So you see on the far right-hand side of the screen of the picture, that is the exclusive emotes you get if someone has their hype train set to very difficult as well. So what DJ Mike Drop did here, what's up, Archie? I love Archie. What's going on, sir? Good to see you. DJ Mike dropped a 5-piece, we call it, where he gifted 5 subs to the community. So 5 people that are in the stream or have been in the stream get free subs for the month. And so that's what we call a 5-piece. We say, oh, thanks for the 5-piece. You want fries, barbecue sauce, a shake with that. It's just kind of a fun way. But that is when they're gifting 5 subs to the community. So I thank you very much, Mike Drop. Appreciate you as well. Lady Cancer, good question here. We love this question here. How do you subscribe at Lady Cancer? That's how you subscribe at tier 2. So when you click on the subscribe button, you go down and you would scroll down. Actually, I'll show you here. Let's show you here as well. So like say, for example, okay, I'm going to share my screen. We're on DJ Caddick's page here. So I'm going to share my screen as we go through this hype train. We're level 4, 69%. And Ames, don't buy tokens. Hold on. We're going to tell you about that as well, too. So hold on. Share the screen here. Brave tab, Tikade. Okay, so Lady Cancer, I'm going to show you right now. We're on his page. So you click on the subscribe button right here, and you scroll down, and you could subscribe at tier 1. If you keep scrolling down, you can subscribe at tier 2, which is $10, $9.99, or you can subscribe at tier 3, which means you get all the exclusive emotes they have to offer, and that's how you subscribe at tier 3. So what I'm going to do, Chaotic, is I'm going to show you subscribe here. So you subscribe, removes monthly. You could do it. I'm going to do every month here. I'm going to complete the purchase. and then you'll see that I've subscribed to Chaotic as well. And that's just as quickly as you subscribe to someone is right there as well. So that's it. I get his emotes, all his emotes and everything. So now if I want to, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then we're going to come back here. And then I'm going to go into here, into the chat, and put some of his emotes so you can see that I just got his emotes. Okay. So we have here, oh, baby big. I like that one right there. And the Tims. Oh, now I have a pair of Tims I can use. Dope. And so you see right there in the chat, there are his emotes as well. And so let me see here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Also, so that you have to be on your computer to subscribe at level 2 or 3. You cannot do it mobile. Also, we don't recommend buying tokens. If you want to subscribe on your phone, go to this browser here and sub through this browser here, subs.twitch.tv, and you can get in there and subscribe at any level you want. So don't subscribe to on mobile. Don't buy tokens. Use this website as well. So you're welcome, Chaotic. Now, yes, so Lady Cancer, from your phone, use this website or just do it from your computer and wait. But use this website from your phone as well. So there's a couple things in here, questions. I think someone asked about recording your set in OBS. So whoever asked that question, we're going to get to that later. So save that question. We're going to get to that later as well. What's up, Chanel B? Um, yes, yes. So King, this right here, link to sync with Twitch so it records. And we're going to talk about this because this has something to do with copyright that we're going to cover a little later, because copyright, we need to be aware of kind of the conversations and how to avoid getting any copyright strikes. We're going to talk about that later as well. Awesome. So where are we at? Oh, we're at 95% of the level 4 hype train. We're still going. And let's see here. We've got a minute left, 95%, which is awesome. So I'm going to come back to that question as well. Let's see here. Songbird. Oh, thank you very much. Now we are, yes, we're on to level 5. So Sunshine, the link again, the sub, I'll put this up again right here for you all. Thank you very much here. Subs.twitch. Use that on your mobile browser in your thing. So Ames, that's a good question. The hype train is level 4, and that means that we have gotten enough subscriptions and people giving bits that we've gotten a certain amount. It depends on what level you have it set at in terms of the amount that it will let you go to the next level of the hype train. And then you just keep climbing higher and higher and higher once you reach that same level as well. That's what that means, AIM, also. What's up, Ruthie? Keep multitasking as well. Now that's a good question, C. Cruz. I'm going to figure out how to do that for you as well, C. Cruz. Um, yeah, yes. Jamal B. Good. Lurking. Lurk away. So, C. Cruz, I'm going to come back to this one. We're going to research this because I don't know the proper answer to this yet. I know there's a way, but it's a little complicated. So yes, DJ Sega the Black Knight, thank you for continuing the sub. Good. So we're level 5 hype train, 36%. Any other questions, especially for you new members of the family on hype trains? Because you actually got to witness one. It's pretty cool. DJs can set them to happen every hour, every 2 hours as well. So do that. But yes, I'll talk about the boot camp as well, offering a boot camp for any new DJs that want to get up and running very quickly. You can send me a whisper, and we have a boot camp that's starting up soon. So let me know that. Lula Cubana, hello, welcome. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me see here. Yes, yes. Actually, I'm going to let you share that, Miss Vale. Awesome. Okay, so yes, yes, boot camp. We'll talk about that. So if you're interested in doing the boot camp, thank you, DJ Chance, for continuing subscriptions as well. And I'll make sure you don't get lost, Sunshine, as well. So we got 2 minutes left. So right now we're gonna keep this hype train going. We're gonna bring in Miss Vale in 2 minutes because she's on a schedule. We're gonna respect her time. As you have questions, my mods, I love Holly, Justin, Songbird, definitely. They're gonna take care of me with the questions. I love my mods. They do such a good job, keep me straight, keep me from stressing out. We're at 73%, 2.5 minutes left. So that's good. So let me see what else I want to show you. So I showed you that. Also in the chat, if you've used multi-Twitch TV, In the past couple weeks, we just talked about it 3 weeks ago. I know Donna 65 Cashman. We'll explain. It's a hype train. We'll kind of explain it. Just watch and see as well. What's up, Jay Finesse? DJ Jay Finesse. Thank you. Good to see you. Um, that as well. So let me think here. If you have used, thank you, Select as well. It's the Pittsburgh way. If you use multi-twitch TV in the past week or so, or 2 weeks since we learned about it, 3 weeks actually, let us know in the chat what you like about it, what you like to see improved. That's awesome. So let's see here. Oh, we're almost done the hype train. Let me see here. Go here as well. Okay, good, good, good. So let's see here. Yeah, yes, B, that's true. That's true. Thank you, Holly, for those bits. 300 bits as well. Just Jane, thank you. Oh, we're almost there. Um, you're welcome, Jay Finesse. Let's see here. So we got a minute 20 left. Okay, good, good. Freddie V, what's going on, sir? Good to see you. GameSpawn, good. Yeah, I like it. I ran into something. Let's see here. So Sunday Sermon gifted a sub there. Thank you very much, Sunday Sermon. So there, everyone, the newbies, we just hit our goal for the hype train. We got it covered um, as well, and we are good. And so just during class, because there's so many DJs, Justin will give you options to follow all these great DJs because it's good for us to share and learn about all these different DJs so we can spread the love because a rising tide raises all boats. So we're here together. Lenny Pensil, thank you for continuing sub. So we're at 122%. So we actually exceeded our goal for the hype train. So the professor is happy as well. Great job, everyone. Okay, now I got to bring on our first guest, Miss Vale. So hold on here. Hello there.
Hello.
All right. Hello. Yes. Yes. EEW. Yes, this will be posted afterwards. So don't worry. We'll share that with you. All right. So I'm so happy here to have Miss Vale, who's returning to us, and we're going to talk about, a really important subject. And so, in addition to being a master mod, hello, Misty Blue. Good to see you. Um, in the past 3 or 4 weeks, I've started to get more and more whispers about how do mods handle trolls and harassment via Twitch. And then, it's not just male, female, female, male. It could be male, male, female, female. So we wanted to talk about and give you some tips in terms of managing harassment on Twitch, first of all. And I'm going to let Miss Phil give you some tips, and then we'll talk about it really quickly. So great to have you back again. I'm so happy you're here. Talk to us.
All right. Well, thanks for having me back, Amani. And biggest shouts to your mod queens. They are the best in the business. And it's always the best to be in the same space as them. So the first thing I wanted to say before jumping into this harassment topic that we were talking about was related to the hype train. So for streamers and mods, please cut off like 45 to 60 seconds from the time remaining in each level to account for the delay that's on cell phones. Because otherwise, I know you've all seen it where like a 5-pack will drop in like 10 seconds after the hype train is ended or the level's ended. And everyone's like, oh no, that would have saved us.
Right, right.
So just do that. And for anybody who's watching on their computers, please know that's why it's happening. So like you have real time, but there's still about 10 seconds at the end where things don't hit in time. So keep that in mind. If you want to be clutch, like do it within the last minute, please, and not in the waning seconds because it will not hit in time. So that's that.
Yeah.
Just so the hype trains, because it's exciting for everybody when you like finish a level 5. So that's one of the best ways to get there. So everybody gets to think about something fun before we get to something not so fun.
Yes.
And I have to start by saying I am not any kind of trained professional. I just happen to be a person that gains trust easily. So a lot of people come to me to ask questions about kind of what to deal with. So if there's anybody in the chat now that is like an actual professional, we will welcome your input as well.
Yes.
I think the first thing that I think that is really helpful is to make your chat follower only. This is going to help you pick up followers as well, obviously. And a lot of trolls and bots aren't even interested in doing that. You can also look at making your chat sub only. I personally am not always crazy about that idea just because I want people to be able to kind of get a feel for them. And and to know whether they're a good fit for the stream, because it's going to be miserable for everybody if they're not. But that may be a really effective way to do it otherwise. So those are two options. I think a big one, because we know that a lot of person-to-person harassment doesn't occur in the middle of chat, and it's by whispers. And I think the best way to deal with that is to change your whisper settings to friends only.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can be super selective about who gets that access to your life, because there needs to be some separation between Twitch and real life. And it's okay and not selfish of you to set boundaries like that, because I know that both streamers and mods pour a ton of themselves into each stream.
Yes.
And you can't pour into anybody when you are empty and drained, because you're dealing with all of this nonsense on the side. So it's okay. And it's not selfish as much as whoever is harassing you is going to tell you that it is. It's not. So, and as an unselfish person, it's like one of the biggest daggers that can be thrown at you is to be called selfish, but know that you're not being selfish to carve out some time and some space to keep yourself in a healthy place. I'm going to look at my little...
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time.
My little list. I think it's a great idea to fill in your most trusted mod or mods if it's something that has gotten advanced enough that you're like, oh, because our job is to be the person who most has your back. So if they're popping up in chat and being kind of weird or super trolly or whatever, you can time them out for as long as you want. There are times when some of my DJs will just be like, done, they're done. And then it's an easy ban. So that's, I think, something really important to keep in mind. And with regard to banning, especially if it's not in the middle of chat where you can see that you may have been like a little bit out of hand, I would really suggest, in the interest, like this is the lawyer in me speaking, but write a message or have one of your mods write a message to the person, just kind of outlining why this happened, because we know that a lot of people are doing this may not be totally mentally stable. Mm-hmm. And that's going to get twisted on you at some point or another. So take screenshots of the message that you send. It doesn't need to be mean or spiteful. It's just like, hey, this is too much. And I can't really, if it's, I don't know. I mean, there may be a zillion reasons that you can't deal with that anymore. But the most important one is that it's really toxic for me. And I'm not in a space to be able to deal with this right now. So
yeah. So I want to reiterate that screenshots are very important when you're going through some harassment, whether it be through whispers or on the actual chat. Mm-hmm. Try to get a screenshot of it as well, just because we need to kind of cover ourselves also. Got to send a special shout out to Retro Soul as well. Good to see you here, sir. Thank you. Continue on.
Oh, and in the event of things in chat, that's where it's really important to have your mods up to speed, because as soon as that message gets deleted, you can see it with the line through it, but more importantly, have them ready, because it's really easy for me to whip out my cell phone while I'm modding and take a screenshot or as many screenshots as I need to before I ban them, or even time them out. So
I'm glad you mentioned time them out. Mm-hmm. How do you use time them out compared to when do you use banning?
If someone comes in like a little bit sideways, but we don't really know what's going on with them, then I'll do maybe like a 60-second timeout, or maybe a 600. Is that 10 minutes? Yes. So a 600-second timeout. And if they're really invested in either trolling more, or they're like a person that we like maybe should know, or that like the streamers then like, wait, like that's my friend, like don't time them out. Like
right.
That happened earlier today, because this person came in and was like this and this and that, and my streamer was like, hey, this is my friend, like mods, please don't ban him. So that's kind of where I come from. If they're clearly a bot and it's like the follow me, like if you want more follows, blah 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 blah, that's an ban. It's easy.
Okay, so we're going to pause really quickly there. Mm-hmm. So there's two questions here. Actually, do they get a message that they've been timed out? That's the first one.
Timed out? No.
No. So they just...
yes, actually they do, because I've had
Okay.
it like a Nightbot, like a weirdo Nightbot, which also Nightbot will sometimes just like time everybody out for 600 minutes or
Okay.
seconds, like instantly upon coming into the chat. So be aware of naughty bots, and make sure that they are getting some act right before you then like try to utilize them. And
Yes.
Nightbot seems to be the most testy about that. So
Okay. Okay. And then Stephanie 1908, excuse me. Good to see you here, Stephanie. She says she has 2 users that are in every stream they go to, whether she hosts or not. It's like they're tracking you. As long as they're not the bots, what if they're actual people that are actually in every stream? What would you suggest a user similar to Stephanie should do to really make sure that they just feel safe?
um
And if we need to do some research and come back, we can. That's fine too, as
I
well.
mean, I think I might be like, hey, like, are you just, I mean, are the comments like, are they commenting like things sideways or just being there?
Okay, we're going to dig into this some more. So keep
Yeah,
giving your tips. And I know one of them's Lurks, which is a bot. So we'll see if the other one's a bot as well, too. So keep
right.
going. Just wanted to ask that.
Um, let's see. Oh, it is possible if you've tried all of the other things and it's not helping. Oh,
Right.
the first thing before that, I would say ban them on all forms of socials.
Good
Because
tip.
you know that there's tons of links right on your Twitch profile, which you're not banned from seeing a person's profile.
No. Yeah.
So ban them everywhere, or block them even before they can find you. Or if they do find you, like take a screenshot and then block them.
Got it. Okay.
So, I mean, because that's, you've got to protect your energy and your space. So
Right.
that's huge. And then really the last thing that I had that is more linked to other socials is I think we're all really relieved that there are no whispers in Twitch. Like, hallelujah, Twitch, please don't change that.
When you
There's
say
no, there's
no
no
whispers,
pictures and whispers.
no pictures and whispers.
It's
Yes.
a relief for everyone, probably more women than men, but I don't actually know. But it is a huge relief because there have been some super weirdos coming at me in chat, and I'm like, thank goodness this person is not sending me any pictures. So that's really all that I had prepped.
Okay, that's
So we
good.
have time for questions. So
Sure, sure. If you have questions, put them in the chat. My first question would be for mods.
mhm.
As a mod on several channels, how do you really kind of judge whether a person is just being maybe funny or they're being a little vindictive? How do you kind of judge that? Because there's some things that can be a little bit jokes, but then they cross
I'll
the line.
them in chat and be like, is this a joke, or like because
Right.
nobody else is laughing or something like that. So just to kind of get a better figure on where they're coming from, because their answer to such a direct question is probably going to be really telling. Either that or streamer may notice that I'm like on alert and be like, oh no, wait, this is my friend, like they're
Okay.
just, I didn't know
Good.
they were going to come at me like this. And thank goodness that my mods are so on top of things.
Right.
So that's usually how I try to approach it.
Okay.
Um, there, I have found at least there's not a lot that are super questionable that I don't get like an immediate response from streamer either to like end it or like, no, wait, this is my friend. Like,
Yeah.
don't do anything to that person. I'm
Yeah.
sorry they're coming in like a weirdo. So
Yes. So, Lenny Pencio, yes, you can block these bots. You can block them and ban them as well. You can ban them. So the answer to that is yes. Another question would be in the instance where maybe someone might have like a stalker or someone who's
mhm.
legitimately like after them trying to harm them either physically or harm their reputation, how would you recommend they handle that specifically on Twitch?
I would definitely report them. I would
Hmm.
take a ton of screenshots. And if need be, I would look into legal action.
Okay.
It's
Perfect.
trickier with Twitch because we have access to the whole world, right? So if someone in Canada is being stalked by somebody in Japan, that's complicated at least. So I don't know where to start with that one.
Mhm.
But I would say because Twitch is such a huge family and such a huge community, I would probably also whisper my friends that are other streamers and or mods, and just be like, hey, this person is a huge issue. Like, even just like consider banning them from your channels just so they're not coming at you talking smack about me in the middle of a set or a stream.
Yeah.
I think like if it has gotten that advanced, that it's totally allowed to take super aggressive reactive action.
Awesome. So Ames, I know you say this is scary, but we need to know about how to handle this ahead of the time. So in case it does come up, we can handle it right away. That's why we're having this discussion, so that if it comes up, we can handle it really quickly and keep moving. That's why we don't want to handle it on the back end as well. That's why I appreciate Ms. Vell donating her time to us today. Any other questions? Because I know Ms. Vell's got to run to another session, but I thought this was just really
I have
important.
probably 10 more minutes that I can be
Okay.
around if you
Okay.
need.
I thought this was really important because as we grow as a community, we're going to see more and more trolls
Yep.
and more people that are either just doing things that are crazy, whether it be talking bad about you in streams or just other stuff that's kind of petty, so to speak. But I wanted to also, what are some tips for people who are modding from mobile? Because I know a lot of people in here mod from mobile,
Oh,
and it's
I don't know. I could not mod, like it's awful for me when I try to mod from mobile. Because there's a delay. I have trouble like pulling up the mod screen. It's like hard for me being on my computer and not having mod view. I'm kind of like, wait, what? I have
yes,
to like press a whole other button to see who's in the stream. Like this is terrible.
right,
So I'm spoiled. But I don't know.
okay,
I don't mod mobile. The
okay,
last time I had to mod mobile, I literally like I had a work event and I took my laptop with me and hotspotted from my cell phone in the car in a parking lot.
okay, wow, okay,
Well, it was for age, and he's like the one thing, like he's a set that I plan my day around.
hmm
I just couldn't, like I didn't have time to drive home and mod and then go back to the event. So I was like, well, this is how I'm going to work. And he was like, well, and I was like, just don't fight me on this.
yeah.
Like 3 things that I plan my weeks around, and your sets are one of them. So there we are.
Awesome. There, look at you, ageless. I'm impressed. Look at you. So, Marcia, leave us some tips in the chat about what you do to mobile mod on mobile, so we can learn from you. Because
That would be great.
if you got it locked in, then let us know because we need to learn. So let us know that. So okay, perfect. Any other questions? There's been some really good questions that came through here. So Fresh Moss, Overlay King, what's good? Good to see you.
Yes.
That's good. Let me think here. I think that's probably it for us for this section, though. That was good. Any maybe also we have a lot of new mods since you just came to Twitch U about a month, a little over a month ago, I think,
Over a month. Yeah.
like 5 6 weeks ago. We have a lot of new mods that are here. Any advice for new mods in terms of how to get up to speed quickly and just how to not let modding overwhelm you and stress you out?
Same thing with keeping mind of your energy in your space. So I have a pretty detailed, like hour by hour plan for my weeks. And so I know like when there's a ton going on. I also take one day a week off completely. Like I
Nice.
go on Twitch. With the like very rare occasion I will pop on. But that helps me a ton, just to be able to do anything else and to not feel like I'm tied to my computer all the time.
Mhm.
Because especially come springtime, one of my other side gigs is I prep taxes. So then I'm literally going to be staring at a screen all day, all night. And that sounds awful to me. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just, I don't know. But so that I think is really important, just to like set boundaries and make space for yourself. Assuming you're working another job, like let that be a priority unless you can also like mess around enough to kind of Twitch that
Yeah.
way. But make
Uh-huh.
sure that your streamers know that like, hey, I'm also at work, so I might not always be available. Like if a boss walks by, you can't really have that screen up on your monitor, right? So
Yeah.
when folks need to hit to like get back to that spreadsheet we're looking at, like that's a huge thing to know.
Right. Right.
Um, and I usually, when I start modding for somebody, I ask them like, okay, what do you want from me?
Hmm.
What do you expect? Because I think outlining those clear expectations and having that communication set up is really important, because it gives them permission to be like, hey, instead of doing this, like, can you let this mod handle that section? Or, like, I'm not really worried about hosting or like refreshing commands. So like, let's just drop it.
Okay.
Because some streamers are super into that kind of thing, and some are like, nah, don't really care. So just really ask them what they're looking for. It's also usually kind of a little bit of an ego boost, because then they'll at least be like, well, this is why I asked you. Like, you're really great at this, or I love your energy in streams, or you're always so welcoming to people, or whatever it may be. Like, it will remind you of the things that you're good at. So when you start to doubt yourself with more experienced mods, you could like lean into that and be like, nope, like they said, this is why they picked me. So
Yeah, awesome. One question I want to clarify. When you mention the follower-only chat and the subscriber-only chat, generally speaking, we're trying to use those if we think we have like a stalker or someone going on that we're tracking, because in general, I know we talked about it before, we want to keep our streams as open as possible so people
correct.
can decide. But
Yep.
once you get maybe an instance of someone stalking, or there's someone that's like trolling, you want to set up some barriers to make it harder for them to get in, which is why
Mhm.
you might see the follower-only chat or
Right.
subscriber only chat. But generally speaking, we like to keep our chats pretty open as
Right.
well, because it helps you grow. Perfect.
I think the follower only, especially because I think most trolls and bots, with the exception of like the bots we see all the time. By the way, Feet is not a bot. He's a real human that lives in Denmark. I've heard him speak. He streamed for a while just to get emotes, and then like was like, nah, like I'll just hop around Twitch.
Yeah.
So he's a real human. But the others I don't think are, like Commander Root and Lurks. And
Yeah.
it's also important as streamers and or mods to have a conversation with your streamer about like, do we want to ban these bots? Because there's always a potential of community gift subs going to them, which
Right.
is just a waste. So
Yeah.
I think some people are like super into the numbers, and some would rather that there was more focus on the community that they're building within their chat.
Okay.
And either way is up to the streamer, but it's something to be considered at least.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, the Party Rock DJ Kev needs a mod, so if you're looking to maybe mod a channel, maybe go visit his channel and see what he's doing and figure that out.
Not for me, right?
Right. Right. Okay.
Promoted.
Cool. Oh, good. So Jen just put up a poll, so you can
Yay.
put up the poll. It tells you, let me look here. It says here, how do you feel about follower only chat? I don't mind. I don't like it. I will always follow. What is follower only chat? So that's good.
Awesome.
Awesome. Cool.
You guys remember with regard to follower only chats, like I sometimes am like, and I'll just like wait and see what the stream's all about for a little while. But
Yeah.
you can always follow just to be able to chat. Although, well, let me finish this thought and then I'll fill you in on something. You can always unfollow if you're like, nah. The other thing I've been encountering a lot lately is follower only chats that I hit follow, and then I still like when I go to chat, it says follower only chat. So I think there's some kind of bug in the system right now, like it
Oh,
won't acknowledge that I just followed.
okay. Oh,
Also,
interesting.
if you're gonna do follower only and set timers on it, it's painful. Like I'm
Yes.
gone before 10 minutes is over. Because I usually follow because like I'm really hype about a song that they've played or like something that they said, and nobody's gonna remember what that was all about 10 minutes later. So like
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Also, for anyone who's new to Twitch, we just put a poll up. So what that means is that you can actually poll your audience while the stream is going on. So if you're on mobile, you can I think you can go to the top and see the poll. If you're on desktop or laptop, you just look in the top right-hand side and you'll see the poll as well. Just so I love for our new folks to see all the things that are going on as
yeah.
well. So awesome. Cool. Well, Miss Vale, it's been a pleasure. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming back. We'll have you again. Great to see you. Good luck on your
I love
streams.
to talk with you guys. Like
Yes.
teaching people how stuff works is one of my favorite things to do.
Yes.
So everybody feels a little bit more powerful, and whatever it is that, like, even if you're a viewer, you still get to be like, I know what's up. So I
Awesome.
don't know, it makes me happy. So thanks to you and your awesome mod queens, and thanks to everybody that's out there in the chat.
For sure. Well, good luck tonight. We'll see you soon. And thanks for your expertise. Everyone, just to say thank you to Ms. Vale, put some ones in the chat. Thank you. Give her some emotes up there, some hearts. Let's put some hearts in the chat. How about
I
that?
like hearts. They're my favorite.
Put the hearts chats. Yes, yes. So,
And if anybody is struggling with something, like, please feel free to whisper me.
yeah, yeah.
I won't generally answer immediately, but I will get back to you. So
yeah. So this is how real it is. It's a fresh moss, but he had to make his channel follower only plus a 10-minute timer because of the pedophile harassed me and his kid while we were streaming East. So that's a legitimate reason, and
yeah.
that happens.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's exactly why we're having this discussion, so we can all prepare you all with the tools you need so that you can combat this. So thanks for sharing, Fresh Moss. We appreciate that. And thank you. Awesome. Cool.
Yay. Yay. Thanks, Professor.
You're welcome. Welcome. All right.
I haven't
So
really passed, so I'm going to leave now. But
okay, good, good. Yes, you do. You've given your pass to the teacher.
woo!
All right, take care.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Okay, so in 5 minutes we're gonna have NYC Dope come to the virtual stage. But yeah, this was good. So if you have any other questions, I'm trying to think here. We showed you that. What I'm gonna ask Justin to share in the chat, and maybe I can cut and paste it if you whisper it to me as well, is how to change the color of your name and the text. I know someone asked that as well. So if you could share that as well. Also, we still have some time left on the poll as well. So yes, that's exactly right, Songbird, because it could be more to it than that. So let's not always assume. What's up, Prince Akeem, DJ Prince Akeem? Yeah, I agree with you, LaDon. And now that we're learning more, it makes sense. So, but the timer's got to go, in my opinion. But anyways, let's see here. Okay. So make sure you can do the poll there. Let's see here. Okay, awesome. Yeah, put that in the chat then, DJ Daz, as well. Just how to change the color, because I didn't know how to do that, although color doesn't really matter to me. But do that also. Oh, let me see here also. Let me ask you that. Let me look real quickly. Marcia as well. And Tanya, you can put your schedule in the chat also. Put when you're going to be streaming again as well. Let's see here. So there's a question that came up, and I want to get Jen or Holly to answer this. So if you hear, it says, when you're in your laptop modding and you go to mod view, how do you get out of mod view without closing it all the way down and opening the live back up? So I'm going to cut and paste this and put this up as well as a banner. Copy. Okay. Let's see here. Put this as a banner. Here, new banner. Paste there. Okay. So Jen, if you can answer that question as well in the chat and let us know. I know, D-Man, same thing. Yeah, so let us know the answer to that one also. That's good there. All right, here. So we'll do that there. And I'll highlight that as well. Highlight a command. So cherries on top of music, are you talking about highlighting text when you kind of cash in your 100? Okay, hold on. Here we go. Jen, answer this. Hold on for a minute. Let me highlight this. So this is the answer right there. So there's a square with the left arrow. Click that. So Marcia, there's the answer to your question. Yes, Miss Phil, thank you. So that's the answer to your question there. So if cherries on top music, if you click on the channel point, so if you look at the bottom left, you see like the small little picture of me, and you click highlight a message, which will be, let me look here. That's like 200 points down towards the bottom. That'll let you highlight your message. Like I'll type in something here. You can highlight your message right there. And that'll let you do that. So why don't you try that really quickly? Cherries on top music, and test it out, and we'll help you. By the time you leave here today, you will have figured that out for sure. I guarantee that. What's up, Club Fro? Shout out to Club Fro in the building. Good. So there, Lisa, Tuther, good. LA Philly family, welcome back. Good to see you again. Welcome. So try that. And let's see here. All right. So now I'm going to bring, let's see here. There you go, Misty Blue. Thank you. Well done. Awesome. Okay, good, good. So I'm gonna let you all play with that and do that as well. Thank you, Lenny Pensil. I agree. We do have fun in here. Okay, so hold on, banners. I'm gonna bring to the virtual stage. We got our guys NYC Dope here. So let's see here. Okay, so Mark Smooth
Hey, what's good?
what's good?
Amani.
Yes, yes. So um everyone, I'd like to introduce you to one half of NYC Dope. This is DJ Mark Smooth coming to us
Yes.
from New York City.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
very much.
DJ Kosi. He
Yes,
just had
yes.
a baby boy.
All right, cool, cool. So we're here. We're also going to talk about some kind of mod things as well. And but also, I first want to ask you, how did you first find Twitch, and what inspired you to get active on Twitch from the jump?
Oh man. Um, I've been doing parties for many years, and I used to stream on a platform called Ustream. That was probably over 10 years ago. And I have twin boys. My sons, Mark and Michael. I think they're in the chat right now. They were begging me to come on Twitch. They were like, dude, you can get on Twitch. It's amazing. Probably 3 years before I actually got on. And I was like, I ain't got time for that, man. You know, we in the clubs in New York and we just killing it. And they were just begging, like, you gotta come on, man. You gotta come on. It's something totally different. And we were just like, it's just too much with real life events and doing streaming. We just were like, nah. So we didn't do it. But in March we got on,
Right.
thanks to them, and between them and their friends, they set the whole thing up for us. They told us exactly what we needed and what we had to do, and it was just like straight off from there.
Right. So you started in March. I remember early on, I got introduced to you from DJ Ivy, LA, and Morse
Right.
Code. They
Yeah.
rated you after one of their sets. And, you got such a great vibe on your channel, but also you like don't stress about too much. You're not really worried about the numbers. How have you been able to stay consistent since like March, April to now and just keep moving forward? Because it can be a grind. It's tough.
It
So
is it is a grind. It's very tough. I spent a lot of time encouraging a lot of DJs to get on the platform. Um, we've been doing events, like I said, over 20 years, so we know nothing comes easy in this industry, especially the way we move. We look at it like when you go to a new venue and you pitch having an event at their venue. We're always going against the grain because we don't do the normal stuff like play trap music, for instance, in New York. Like we don't do that.
right,
So it's hard to go to a venue that you coming in playing old school music. There's no money in that in their eyes, but you have to convince them. And of course, you build it, they will come. That's how we move. So we we took the time, and obviously my son and their network of Twitch users in the beginning were there to support us and spread the word. And since we had a pretty solid following in real life, we were able to bring some of those people. It's very slow moving those people in, but early on we caught on to, I think there's like, I want to say 65 million users on Twitch.
hmm,
There's a whole community there. So instead of working on bringing people that are hard to bring in, we're focusing on the people there, which meant just moving around channels, meeting different streamers, and just chatting it up, in the chats and just meeting people.
exactly. So as a viewer on Twitch, what is some advice for new viewers who could get overwhelmed with the chat and the emotes and the hype trains and the bits and
Yeah,
everything? Like, what is some advice for them so that they don't come one time and then go away?
and never come back, right? Yeah. Well, I think, I always tell the viewers they're just as important as the streamers. They're such an intricate part of these streams because they're the ones that, like, shout to the Dope fam. Like, we have such a great chat room, and it's just become a community. Everyone entertains each other, everyone interacts with each other. If people, every Sunday I stream at 12 noon, if they come in at 12:15, they apologize for being late. Like, that's the kind of loyalty we have. And for the viewers, man, I just say come in, lurk, watch what's going on, don't be afraid to ask questions. Everyone is really friendly. Everyone just really is there to support you and help you get acclimated, because the more people in the stream, the more fun and exciting it's going to be. And people like to help other people out. So it is intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, it's just second nature. It's easy, and it becomes a habit.
Exactly. It's a habit.
Yeah.
If you could go back to say middle of March when you first started streaming on Twitch and give yourself some advice based on everything you know now, what advice would you give yourself starting again?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I was fortunate enough to have my kids basically tell me what I needed to do. So I feel like we started on the right foot to begin with.
Hmm.
And they set up our bots, they set up our panels, they set up our emotes, like literally from beginning to end, they set everything up. So I think the infrastructure was already there for us. And I think, because we have a very successful promotion DJ business in New York already, so we kind of came in with a lot of the pieces of the puzzle intact. So it's not much I would do different, honestly. I mean, other than getting into the networking part of it with other streamers,
Ah,
that's
yes.
something I would have done differently early on. But I've caught on to that, and I've been able to really utilize that, to help us continue to build our community.
Agreed. I would like for you to explain more. I really like the way you shared this with me in terms of making sure you cover all the time zones when you're streaming.
Right.
What's your philosophy with that? Explain to us what that means.
Okay. So basically, I'm in the Eastern Standard Time zone, so we're already at a disadvantage because we're 3 hours ahead of the West Coast.
Hmm.
So as a streamer, if we let's say we streaming at noon, it's 9 o'clock in California, but it's also whatever o'clock in another country. So I tell streamers all the time, like, try to pick different days of the week and different times of the day so you cover more ground. If it's like that famous saying, it's wine o'clock somewhere in the world, right? So
Yes.
it's it's lunchtime somewhere, it's the morning drive to work somewhere,
Yes.
it's nighttime somewhere. So don't just stick to like real life time zones. Like if you're in New York, Friday night, 10, 11 o'clock at night is party time. People are locked indoors. Not too many people are going to be up super late on a Friday or Saturday night partying. So you might want to start your Friday night stream at like 7 or 8 p.m.
Hmm.
Also, there are people that go to work the morning drive. There's morning shows for that reason, right? Maybe you're becoming their new program to listen to while they're driving to work in the morning. So you might want to start a stream early in the morning or super late at night where you catch other people in other countries on their morning drive to work. So don't think locally in terms of time zones, think globally. There's a lot of users from all over the world that tune in and they're not on the same time zone as we are. So,
Exactly. Yes. I think I was so surprised. We got like Moon from Germany. We have like Tosh and Dame Karen from Australia, and that just shows you right there as
yeah.
well. You spoke about networking. When it comes to networking on Twitch, what are some best practices that you've been able to learn?
For me, the key is, like I wrote a note here, I spend time on Twitch two ways, for pleasure and for business, right? You have to network with streamers that are bigger than you so you could be noticed by them and hopefully have them come to your channel, see what you're doing, and maybe they recommend you. Also, you have to raid other streamers, both bigger than you and smaller than you, and there's benefits to both of those.
Hmm.
The benefit to raiding a bigger streamer is that he recognizes you because obviously when you raid a channel, they get notified and they shout you out. And then sometimes they might be inclined to return the favor, which happens a lot. So that's one way of getting raided by a big streamer. You have to raid them so they know you exist. They come and lurk in your channel one day and they like what you're doing. They might say, yo, this guy's pretty good. Let me help him out.
Hmm.
Um, Rating small streamers is great too because it's not always the quantity, but it's the quality.
Yes.
A small streamer might have 10 viewers, but those 10 viewers probably spend a lot of time on Twitch. And if you raid that small streamer, he's going to be loyal to you because he knew that you rated him with 100 people. He's going to be super stoked and excited, and he's going to feel like, man, this guy's good people. He'll be sure to raid you with his 10, but those 10 are hopefully going to become regulars to yours, and you just continue to build your followers that way. So it's always good to reach back. I don't say down, but reach back
Yes.
and help those people along, and also reach forward to other people so they recognize you and your channel, what you're doing, and hopefully they'll reciprocate.
Awesome. Great advice. In terms of technology, what is maybe one or two pieces of technology that you've learned about since you started streaming that you cannot live without now?
I mean, for me, it's the camera. Like, I want to get that camera you have. That Sony P6000, I think, right?
Yeah, A6000, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, I have a regular webcam. It's 1080. I've had this since, you know, 12 years ago, streaming from way back when, and it's still working fine. No complaints. But, I think the camera is super important so it can capture those rich, vibrant colors and, good a good mixing board. I have the Pioneer S9. I don't like the echo effect on that microphone, so I connect my microphone directly into my Mackie mixing board here, and I use the onboard effects of that mixing console, and it gives me a better echo and reverb on my microphone, which I think makes me sound better. And I've always had a complex about how I sound on the microphone, so I have to kind of hook it up a little bit so I feel a little more confident.
Yeah. You also are a mod on a few channels as well as your own channel.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to mods who are in the stream now that are just starting, as well as experienced mods, in terms of how to best perform their duties?
I mean, for the most part, you're there to support the streamer, right? As a DJ, you're kind of focusing on the music, and you're really trying to figure out the next song while you're mixing a song, while you're looking at the action going on so you can shout it out over the mic. So there's a lot to keep track of. So as a mod, what I try to do is just be mindful of greeting people that come in. If I recognize them as kind of like a VIP or something, I'll highlight it so the streamer can see that somebody semi-important. Everyone's important, but obviously they're bigger streamers that you want. Like Jazzy Jeff comes in Morse code's chat, I gotta let him know, yo, he's here,
Yeah.
which has happened, and other people, So I just think you're there to support the streamer. So be mindful of the people that are coming in, greet them, make them feel at home. Make sure if there are commands, bot commands, that you share that so they know how to use the commands, and just make people feel welcome.
I noticed that you do like a lot of long sets. I don't know how you like 6-7 hours they're streaming at one time.
Yeah.
What's the benefit to doing those compared to doing maybe sets that are only an hour or two long?
I feel like on Sundays I do 6 hours. I used to do 8-9 hour sets on Sundays, and my lady got a little tired of that, so I had to scale it back.
Yeah.
But I just feel like on Sundays there's a lot of people running errands, cooking, cleaning the house, and I kind of want to be the soundtrack to that. So I play a little bit of everything throughout the course of the day. Sometimes I'll start out slow and I'll pick up the pace as the day goes by, or I'll just mix it up all over the place. And I really enjoy playing long sets because I feel like when you get into the hour or 2 hour sets, when you're getting into the gist of it, you're like, oh my God, I got to wrap it up,
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
there are benefits of doing short sets because they're short and sweet and you hit and run. I think DJ, what's his name? Man, I'm drawing a blank now. One verse, one verse, one verse. Like he cuts through songs so quick.
Right.
And I think there are benefits. Like on a lunchtime break, if you do an hour set from 12 to 1 or 1 to 2, you're kind of going to get your people condensed in that hour, and you're probably going to have higher viewership in that 1 hour because they know if they're late, they're going to miss it. So forces people to get there on time, and you can take them on a very specific ride in that short set.
Yeah.
You know, I tell people all the time, when you're streaming, stick to a schedule because people plan their schedule around you. Don't be late. Don't be 10 minutes late. Don't be 5 minutes late because it reflects on you. You know, people feel like you don't care about them, you know, your viewers. They're planning around you. So respect their time and be on time.
Love
You know?
that.
Yeah.
So I know many of us all working towards that kind of partner blue check mark.
Oh, man.
What are your thoughts on that, first of all? And then I'll ask my follow-up question.
Okay. As far as the partnership, we were so close. I think we got to 71 viewer average during this 30-day time frame. And, you know, sometimes the Sunday set 6 hours is a long block to average 75 people. It's pretty hard. And then Thursdays, we were streaming a little later. Kosi would stream Thursday nights, and he would start a little later. And I felt like people weren't staying up too late, so the numbers weren't growing.
Mm-hmm.
So we started earlier at 7. That helped out a lot. Now Thursdays is really hitting, and we're getting great numbers. I was a little obsessed when I got so close.
Okay.
That we were trying to find ways to just make the partnership so we could get that extra 20%, but also so we can just reconfigure how we stream, right? Because when we're streaming and you're striving to be partner, you're kind of streaming with a purpose. So
Right.
every time you stream has to be kind of programmed in a sense where you're hoping to maximize viewership. Once you become partner, you can get more creative where if you don't have the numbers there, it's not a big deal because you're focusing on your content and you're still getting your full 70% of partnership revenue. So
Speaking of that 70%,
yeah.
we found out that once you average over 10,000 viewers, that is when you unlock the 70%. After you get to the check mark with the 75,
Right.
you get the emotes. But to get the top tier, it's got to be 10,000 average viewers, which is really, really challenging.
10,000 average viewers or 10,000 total viewers?
Average.
Wow. So
Yes, we found that out, and
wow. Okay.
yeah,
Well, that's good to know.
So really, you just gonna get some emotes and some other things. So yeah.
I mean, emotes is good. I got something to say about emotes as well, man.
Oh, well, shout out to Ivy who's in the chat. She makes my emotes. I love them. We have some.
Yeah, shout to DJ Ivy LA.
Yes, we have some that are ready to go, just waiting for the status. But what were you going to say about emotes? And I want to know, how have you been able to still keep a dope stream going without getting burned out with your kind of quest to partnership? Because that impresses me.
Well, I mean, it's our viewers, man. Our dope chat fam it's just love. Like when I don't stream, I mean, in the middle of this whole thing, I wish I could show you my living room. There's like 10 boxes still there. But in the middle of this whole move, all I kept thinking about, am I going to get this set up by Sunday? You know, like it was crazy. And I missed last Sunday and I was bummed out because I had such a connection with our viewers. And it's just like everything else is secondary. To me, it's like we're providing a service and we're creating community. And they're like family. Like we, especially now in the pandemic, we spend more time with them sometimes than we do our friends in real life, you know? Yeah. And it's hard to explain it, but people really connect on the chat. Like it's really family, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's just been great, and it's very motivating and something to look forward to.
Awesome. Well, just to kind of close off our chat, first of all, thank you for taking the time.
Oh, wait, I wanted to say about the emotes.
Emotes, yeah. And then we'll close off. Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
So the emotes, right? For all you streamers out there, I know you want to create designs that complement you, but I feel like a good thing to attract subscribers are your emotes. So you should create the emotes kind of like if you're selling something that people are going to want to use while you move through Twitch. There are a lot of, like words that people do, like this song or fire or, expressions of stuff, which is great. But really cool stuff like, James Brown or Prince or, Snoop Dogg and things like that. People want to use those. So if you have them, the only way they can get them is by subscribing to your channel. Yes. So that's another way you can build your subscribership. So that's something to keep in mind.
We have a list of them that we want to make. Like we have James Brown's on there, Brandy, Michael McDonald, and then
Yeah.
some words as well too, like the DMV and other things. So we got like lots of emote ideas. So that's one of. I agree with you, DJ Chance. That's one of the dopest parts of Twitch is emotes. I love it. Go
And
ahead.
Amani, if I may, I got one last point I want to say.
Go ahead.
Um, just remember, streamers, Twitch is an ecosystem, right? You get in, you get out of it what you put into it. So subscribe to other streamers, share some bits, gift some subscriptions. That stuff will come back to you. If you go into a streamer's chat and you spend some money with them, they will spend money back with you. Even if you drop a 5 pack to their channel and they drop one back, it's net zero, so it costs you nothing, you know. But it keeps the excitement rolling in the chats and it keeps people engaged. So it's very important to support other streamers, and if you expect to get that support back, there are a lot of streamers that they move around, they don't support anybody, and people are subscribing to their channels, and then next thing you know, people start dropping off, and you
Yes.
wonder why. That's why, you know.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So
yeah,
DJ Red Locks NYC, a 5 pack is when someone gives 5 subscriptions in your channel. They drop a 5 pack, we call them, or a 5 piece. You know, we ask them if they want ranch or fries or a shake as well. That's like it. They give 5 subscriptions in the chat as well.
yeah.
So that's good. All right. Look, you've given some great advice. Thank you for your time. What is some final words of wisdom, both to viewers on Twitch and then streamers? Just some things like look what DJ Ivy just did. She took your advice. She dropped a 5 pack in the chat. Thank
Yes,
you,
shout out
Ivy.
to DJ IVLA.
That is what a 5 pack is.
Yes, fireworks.
Got me all distracted here, all flustered. So lastly, like words of wisdom and advice, both for viewers and like mods and streamers, just to kind of continue to go on. And well, maybe before that, we're going to talk about copyright next. And there's a lot of talk about like the MCA and all that. You have not let that slow you down or stress you out. How is that the case? How's that been the case?
For me, I just, I just stream. I'm like, when I hear the buzz happening around, like just 2 days ago, I deleted all my videos except the highlights. Because I feel like it's important to have some content there where people could see what's on your channel. Like sometimes people stumble upon your channel while you're not streaming, and if you don't have any content there, they can't see what you're about, and you might have just lost somebody.
Right.
So I keep highlights on there, and hopefully the clip is short enough where I don't get in trouble by the copyright police. But we try to keep a little something on there.
Good, good. All right, now last minute words of wisdom or advice for mod streamers and viewers in our Twitch family.
I just say have fun. Twitch has been a lifeline for me personally. Coming from the clubs and the lounges and restaurants, being around so many people, being isolated in the house would have been like crazy, without it. And music is therapeutic. So, there's great DJs playing great stuff that they themselves wouldn't be able to play out in the club. So a lot of DJs are really digging in their bags, playing some really creative stuff that is just amazing. Shout out to DJ Morse Code, one of my favorite streamers, man. Always playing some dope stuff. But just have fun. Also, move around. There are also musicians on here. Like there's a Liz Vega. She's a harpist. She's a bomb ass. She's a bomb ass harpist. Should check her out. But there's a lot of musicians on here that are playing acoustic, playing live, and that's fun. There's artists who are drawing. There's a lot of stuff on Twitch, not just DJs and gamers. So explore a little bit and just have fun, man.
Awesome. Well, Mark, thank you for all you do for the community. Thanks for welcoming me with open arms back in April.
Yes.
And just thank you for coming on the stream and sharing some knowledge. It's been great. So give
My pleasure, man.
Some ones in the chat for Mark NYC. Make sure you follow him.
Thank you for having me, Imani.
Of course. Happy to have you. All right. So next up, that was dope. Thank you very much again. Put those ones in the chat. Hold on, we got another poll up. Thank you, mods, as well. Thank you very much here. So sub-only chat, that's the next one here. While you go through this poll, Selecta 720 is in the building. He is our feature for this week's What is Your Setup? This is DJ. So DJs, if you have a setup, your equipment. We would love to see, oh, and select us on the screen right there too. Perfect. We love to see what your setup is because we're always trying to learn from each other in terms of technology and everything. So if you want to record a 5-minute or less video of your setup, you can send it to me. Whisper me, I'll give you information. We'll feature you on the channel. Today's feature is Selecta 720. So we're going to look at his setup, and then we're going to get to our next guest who's going to talk to us some even more information. So hold on, let me get this video queued up, ready to go. And let's see here. Hold on, we got this here. Yep, I got it. So here we go.
Peace party people, just a brief rundown of my equipment piece by piece. Thanks to Amani for having me. I'm going to spare you my face because you see it every day anyway. Setting things off proper like with the Pioneer S9, the F11 soon come, and I can't wait. And then we continue on with 1210 number 1, 1210 number 2, and then the phase 1 and dos, which allows you to DJ with Serato, but needleless. You don't have to place the needle on the Serato records to DJ, and amazing, I love it. And then when I do play records, Ortophon number 1, Ortophon number 2, when I play my 45s here. And then moving forward, we have the Logitech mounted from my side shot on a boom stand, and my beat up QSC that I take everywhere with me, part of the messy record room. And then my little t-shirt cam, which is a Mevo Start that sits right here on my pitch control and shows my t-shirt of the day. And then moving around, we have an iRig Stream as a backup, just in case my mixing board goes down. We have the phase controller. We have my external hard drive, my DJ computer, and then my favorite little gadget, the Elgato Stream Deck, which allows me to switch scenes by the press of a simple button because my streaming computer resides on the other side of my room, and I can go from scene to scene right here. A nice little gadget. And then we move forward to my mixing board, which is just a simple Behringer USB. With the S9, I used to be able to go directly out of the output of the S9 into my computer, but now that I use 2 computers, that's not happening. And then I have a 4K capture card on my PC with this HDMI cable going out and running into the 4-port Blackmagic 4K HDMI capture card on the streaming PC. And then we have an iPad to view the chat. And then we have a MacBook to view hype trains and such. Moving around here, we have 45s and my DJ ephemera. And then we have a 55-inch monitor mounted to view OBS in a large format. Then we have light number 1. We have light number 2. We have the Sony a6000, which I love, mounted on the Ekoto tripod. More records, of course. And then a secondary setup that I haven't utilized as of yet, consisting of the Rain 12s and the Newmark Serato Scratch, and then another monitor viewing Twitch. And that is really it. It's pretty basic. I know it looks like a lot more live on Twitch, but really it's just 2 turntables. Oh, my Shure 58 with a pop protector. And yeah, that is the bottom line. Make sure you hit me up if you have any questions. My PC, in case you're wondering, consists of the aforementioned Blackmagic input card, has 4 HDMI slots, and I'm running a 3.6 gigahertz with 16 gigs of RAM and a Core 6 processor. So there you have it. That is my setup. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.
So first of all, I'm laughing because you said basic. I counted maybe 5 or 6 monitors in there. That was like a dope. Woo, that's a great setup there. My goodness, like wow. This is the 2nd week in a row. Shout out to my student Alex T, who first I didn't have any idea what a Stream Deck was. This is the 2nd week in a row I've seen the Stream Deck. I gotta get that, but oh my goodness, like that is more than basic. Thank you very much, Selecta 720, for sharing your setup. You did a great job. I appreciate it. Woo, you got a lot going on there. That's good. So I wanted to ask you something about you have so many different monitors to monitor so much thing. And you can put in the chat, how do you manage to keep it all straight and mix and blend and do all that? Because that's a lot going on there. My goodness. So for sure, dope set. All right, DJs, there's no competition here. My set was very janky. Just Jen was mocking and making fun of my chords. So look, I put myself out there. So um, if you want to share your setup, please send me a video. I'd love to see it. You can see how it just kind of inspires us. So definitely do that. Um, Awesome. All right, so that's good. So we did that. Let me think here. Oh, before I bring D-Man on, we wanted to talk about copyright because that's been a lot of whispers going about copyright. And so I know that Twitch, I was talking to Silver Knight a couple of days ago, and Twitch had a session, a town hall kind of meeting. They were talking about copyright, and they started to say that more copyright strikes could be coming or not. I haven't met anyone yet, knock on wood, that's in the part of the DJ community that's had a copyright strike. But what was recommended is that you don't keep any of your streams. Like you can delete them right away. Don't activate clips. Don't do anything like that, so that on your stream they have nothing that they can look at past the time you go live in terms of content. Like for me, I'll record Twitch you and put it up because there's no music, but everything else we pretty much delete right away. Even if it's muted, it was what happens kind of during the live stream or after live stream. We are hearing that you should really just kind of delete everything. I know the Heavens Girl sent me a really good article on this as well, so definitely keep that in mind. So that was the copyright as well. You can even deactivate recording it as well. Yeah, so that's copyright. If anyone else in the chat has heard anything else about the copyright issues or things coming, like the DMCA, I forget what it stands for, the digital music, I forget what it stands for, but they've started to send out like some notices about copyright infringement, but it's primarily been to all the gamers who play music from Spotify on their streams and leave them up. So then yes. So you do make a good point here about you have the realtors. So I might put a link to a set you have and keep a set maybe on like Dropbox or somewhere, put a link where they can see you. But I'm just thinking about if you want to go through Twitch with no strikes, which could come, then don't have any content on it. That's what I've been told. That's probably the best recommendation. But if someone else knows something different, I'm just trying to make sure you know that and share it with you because we're learning. And so we'll see how it kind of grows. But yes, definitely. So that's that as well. Next up, we're going to bring DJ D-Man to the screen. He's going to talk to us as well. Let's see here. We got him right here. D-Man.
What's good? How you doing? You hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly fine. So before you get started, Misty Blue asked a good question. Misty Blue, you can actually deactivate clips, so no one can do clips as well too. So yeah, do that and take them down. Just do it with it as you may. I just want to share the information with you because it can be a little crazy out there. So I want to share that. All right, D-Man, welcome to Twitch U. We're excited to have you here. I
Thank you for
always
having me.
love to ask people how you found Twitch
Okay.
and what inspired you to start streaming.
Okay. See, the funny thing, I think my story is probably different from everyone else's on here. I was legit retired for 10 years. And just the music at the time, I just, what I wanted to play and what I loved, that's not what the club wanted. And it just really hurt me. So I literally stopped DJing for 10 years. So silver lining with COVID, this comes around. I'm like, well, I got some time here. I'm at home, working from home now. Let me just start getting behind the decks again. So I started streaming on Facebook. And shout out to my man DJ Relly Rail. He's he's my homie. I've known him for decades. He was like, you need to get on Twitch because obviously on Facebook they're cutting everyone off, blah blah blah. So I'm like, what's Twitch? So I went over to check it out. I'm like, all right, we'll see. And I signed up, and I haven't looked back since. So I think I did kind of a multi-stream for a little while, and then I went 100% Twitch, and I'm here now. I'm loving it. So shout out to Relly Rail. He's the one that got me here.
Yes, Relly Rail's part of the family. He's been through here. He's streaming right now, actually, as well.
Yep.
Why did you retire, and how has it been since you've been unretired?
Like I said, it was really just I love music so much, and it just hurt me to play stuff that I just really didn't like. And and just like with NYC Dope said, I mean, you can find certain spots that you can kind of let loose. But if you saw what Selector 720 said in the chat, he said that he can't play 97% of the stuff he plays on Twitch, and he can't play in the club because once again, that's just not what they want to hear. And that was like really hard for for me. And like I said, just I was just like kind of playing for some weddings, personal stuff here and there. But I was DJing like 4 or 5 nights a week back in late 90s, early 2000s, and it's just I haven't done that in a while. But since now coming back to DJing, I mean, it's just like there was a piece of me that was missing, and Twitch really filled that piece for me. And I was talking to my wife about that. Shout out to D-Man Girl, she's watching right now. So
she's in the chat. I saw her. Hold on for a minute. Go ahead.
So I got to shout her out. Got to shout the family out. But yeah, it's like I love it brought that piece back to me that I lost. And it has been a grind to keep going, but it's just like really I just love the music. I love the community. The DJ community is just phenomenal. Yes. And it's I love being here.
Yes. What inspired you to do the event that we're doing this weekend? So maybe first explain what the weekend event is. I'm so honored that you asked me to be a part of it, and then talk to us about what inspires you to put this on, because this is a lot of work. So talk to us.
Yeah, so I do something every October for breast cancer. I've been doing this for the past 19 years almost, pretty much. Yeah, 19 years.
Okay.
And it's in some form or fashion, whether it's which funny, ironically, I'm gonna try to turn this real quick.
Yeah.
That right there is actually from the Browns. Actually, I did something for the Browns. That's for breast cancer. That was for 1 year. I've done stuff with my wife. My wife crochets, so I would help her out with stuff like that, give people stuff to give away. So I've always done something for breast cancer every October. So I was on DJ Easy P. He's an UK DJ, and he did a 24-hour set for cancer research, and he raised over $1,100. And I'm like, that's it. That's going to be my thing I'm going to do this year. So initially, to start off with me just doing it, I was going to do it for maybe like a couple of days, whatever. And then I talked to Selector 720, DJ Ghost Rider, and they're like, "Oh, I'm down. That sounds cool. Let's do that." And I'm like, "Okay, let's start it up." And it went from literally me doing it by myself to now over 50 hours, 25 plus DJs, 4 countries, all for breast cancer research. So it's called Beats for a Cure. And so can I get the lineup real quick?
Give the lineup. Put the link for the merch in the chat. Give us all the things. We're ready to support here.
Okay, so starting off at 7 a.m. DJ Easy P.
Yes.
And then myself, I'm going to come on. I'm supposed to come on at 10, but he actually wants me to come on at 9. So I'm going to go from 9 to noon. Then DJ Ghost Rider, which I actually don't have a sub in because DJ Ghost Rider is a little bit under the weather. So I'm going to have someone else come in for that, which I believe right now is going to be DJ Harvey Dent. So he should be taking over Ghost Rider spot. DJ Neek at 2 p.m. Selector 720 at 4. DJ Ageless at 6. DJ Relly Rail at 8. Dom Perignon, aka Dom P. Like Thursday on, and by the way, this is on Thursday the 29th, by the way.
Right.
This coming up Thursday at 10 p.m. DJ, the real DJ Dark Knight, not the fake one, but the real DJ Dark Knight.
The real one.
At midnight, from midnight to 3. DJ True from Canada up top. He's at from 3 to 6. DJ Ray Domingo out in the UK from 6 to 9. These times are all Eastern Standard. DJ LV at 9 a.m. on Friday.
We love LV. He's family.
Absolutely. Miss Her at 11.
Yes, DC.
And Mama Classics, DJ Classics from 1 to 3.
Yes.
DJ Chaotic, which he's actually in the chat right now, I believe, from 3 to 5. DJ Vader, which did a dope set with music and Raheem Devon, the driving concert, which actually was mad dope. So he's on. And the man right here, the professor, on Friday at 7 to 9, the host right here, Amani, he's going to be on.
Yes.
DJ Fox from 9 to 11. DJ Chucky, who's from New Zealand, he's going to cover from 11 to 1. Twomp the DJ, which, he's family here. I think he's in the chat as well.
He is, yes.
From 1 to 3. DJ Flossie, which actually, the funny thing, I got hip to Flossie through your channel. So
yes, that's my homegirl. Love Flossie, yes. 3
to 5. DJ Flex from 5 to 7. Dom C, 7 to 9. DJ Mia Moore, 9 to 11. So those 3 right there, I want to say something real quick. They're family. So their brother-in-laws and then his daughter. Mia Moore, 16 years old.
Nice.
She is killing it. Okay.
Right.
So she's on from 9 to 11. If you don't, I want you to see everybody. If you miss everybody, make sure you don't miss her. Okay, she's
Okay.
mad dope.
All right.
And wrapping up is DJ Chance from 11 to 1, and then I'm gonna come back on at 1 to kind of wrap things up, just to say how much we raised for breast cancer research. And shout out to all the DJs, as well as the charities that they went to, and also to shout out to 2 other very, very special people. Spunky Diva 1908. She's helped me a lot with gathering the DJs and getting things together. And my mod, which was just on, shout out to Miss Vale. Thank you very much. Those 2 have been very, very helpful getting this really started. So, but yeah, Beats for a Cure starting Thursday all the way to Saturday.
So hopefully we share those links in the chat. Do we have a goal? How much are we trying to raise? Do we have a goal we're trying to achieve?
I'm trying to raise as much as we can. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because DJ LV threw down the gauntlet this morning. So he actually created a poll and said, okay, how much are we going to charge? We want to be the best 2-hour set, raise the most money. And he put out numbers out there. And so now that I'm like, okay, I felt like Sandman from Cosby, like, challenge. Okay, it's on now. Let's go. Let's see what I can do. So honestly, DJ Dark Knight actually kind of set the goal when he did the 24-hour set and did raise over $10,000. So if one man can do that, I think 25 great, amazing people, not just great DJs, but great people, can raise more than that, in that span of 50 hours. So I'm looking at probably at least 5 times as much as that. So we're looking at about 50 grand.
50 grand. We put it out there. Okay, 50 grand. All right. So
that'll be nice. That'll be great. But
let's see what we can do. So there was a question that came in from DJ Greenlight that I want to ask you. It says, with the way that Twitch has grown the DJ community in a less competitive manner, what have you learned about the overall DJ community?
The DJ community is great. It's like, I'm from Cleveland, and I don't know how each individual city is, but there's some competition in the city where you're trying to up someone, you want to be the best, and they may have some DJs here that are kind of like, he's not all that good, blah blah, kind of hating whatever. And that's not all DJs. I'm not saying that all DJs are like that in Cleveland, but you do like everywhere you have that. But here in Twitch, it feels like no matter where you go, it's like, the love is there as far as like, hey, shout yourself. When you're on, let me know what, when you're on, put your thing on it so we can go check you out. Or just in the general chat, it's just like, it really, the DJ community here is probably the strongest DJ community I've ever been a part of. And it's crazy because I would love to hopefully have a giant party somewhere once COVID is done. We all get together and we can DJ for like 2 weeks straight and have a great party and meet everybody. But it's just crazy that I'm really close to people I probably will never ever meet in person. And they're like halfway around the world and stuff like that. So yeah, the DJ community is really tight, really thick here.
When you meet new people to Twitch, viewers, first of all, what advice do you give them so that they don't get too overwhelmed with this beast that is known as Twitch?
Just like I want to say Dope said, just have fun. I mean, this is really a great place to, one, you can network. Just like you said, there's people do other things on here. Actually, funny, I am hip hop. I always said I'm hip hop. Of course I'm DJing. I still do graffiti. I'm a horrible rapper, so don't ask me to rap. and I do pop lock every once in a while on my sets, but I'm an old man, so I don't do that too much. But I've done some graffiti work and stuff like that. I do owe Miss Vale a Beats for a Cure graffiti set. But yeah, it's just like really just have fun and just check out what's on there, see and just kind of bounce around and see who you like. And then if you like someone, follow them, subscribe. Probably the big thing that I would recommend that they do is that it's great to follow someone, but go view their channel. Yes. Don't just follow and not go. Just imagine, if you have like 500 followers, all 500 came every single time. That would just be an amazing show. So yeah, definitely, if you like someone, make sure you visit them, let them know, just engage in the chat and say, hey, what you're doing is dope. I'm loving what I'm hearing. And, and trust me, we love that energy. As DJs, we love that energy. So.
Yes, we do. What advice do you have for new people? Because there are a lot of new DJs in terms of Twitch, like they're experienced OGs in terms of DJing, but they're coming into this with Twitch like, I don't know, this is a lot going on between the streaming and everything. And then they saw Selecta's setup. They're like, holy smokes, I got to get all that equipment. What advice do you have for new DJs on Twitch in terms of how to get up and running, effectively?
Okay, first off, Selecta's set is not, I'll show you my simple set.
Okay.
His set is not even remotely simple, and I'm gonna blast him. Blast him tomorrow on his set. Like, what are you talking about? So anyway, shout out to Selector 720. That's G money right there. The funny thing is that I go to streams that have like 100 plus people on it, but I go to a lot of streams where I have like 5 people on it, 2 people on it, where they're just testing, just to see what they're doing, just see, kind of support them. And I hope I'm not putting them on blast, but I'm really shouting them out. DJ Chaotic, DJ Chance, and they were just starting out here, and I know they're in the chat. They were just starting out, and they were having some issues, and I was like, let me just sit here and talk and just kind of let's work it through. And hope that gave them the best advice, because right now their streams are fire. So they're doing well, they're off and running. But, it's just, coming in, just kind of helping people out. Just like I said, rising waters raise all the boats. So it's like,
Yes.
just if everyone does well here, then there's plenty of people and plenty of, stuff out there that we can all share. So I just want to make sure that I love seeing everyone do the best they can. And because I learn from everyone, I see someone on a channel, I'm like, wow, that's dope. Let me see if I can, tweak that, make myself better. Like being on your channel, it's just like I learned so much in the few months I've been on here. It's like, I'm Monday 8 o'clock. I'm locked in. So,
That's good. That's good.
I'm still learning stuff.
Yeah, for sure. What piece of technology that maybe you've acquired since the beginning of starting back up on streaming is a piece that now you can't live without?
My sound card, which I've had. The crazy thing is I had a sound card years ago. So I'm a web and graphic designer, and I'm a computer nerd, and I used to build PCs and back in the day. So I've had all that stuff, and over time things gotten gone and sold or busted or whatever. And when I was DJing on Facebook, I was really guerrilla style. Like I literally have my camera, which by the way, my camera is actually my phone, which I'm on right now, my Samsung Note 8.
Yeah.
I literally had my earbud plugged into the thing and my microphone hanging in front of the speaker, and that's how I was broadcasting through my phone. And then I was talking to Relly Rel about something and blah blah, and he says, "Yeah, I was gonna get the iRig, but I ended up finding one of my old sound cards." I'm like, sound card. Of course, I had none, but I found I think it was a Behringer, I believe what it is.
Yeah.
Sound card's like $30, and like my set sounds so much better now. Like and that was I think that's when I made the switch over to switch to Twitch. I think probably that like second or third week I got that, and I just sounded so much better. So my sound card is what the new piece of equipment that I picked up since being on Twitch.
If you could go back to when you started on Twitch to now and give yourself advice based on what you've learned so far, what advice would you give yourself?
Don't retire for 10 years.
Okay. Yeah, but now go ahead.
Yeah. Because honestly, I'm literally starting from scratch because I don't have the following base. Like if Twitch was around back in the early 2000s, late 1990s, I would have had a ton of followers just because I was in the club. Hey, come follow me here, blah, blah, blah. But because of that, yeah, it was kind of a hard start. But honestly, I did this in the beginning, just network more. I do that now a lot more. So when I go to a Twitch or go to a stream, I always say my classic line is "What's good?" I always say that's the first thing I always put in the chat.
Yes.
And just to see if I get a response from anyone. And if they don't, that's fine. I'll listen if I'm feeling the vibes. But I would say I should have networked harder, more sooner, and I probably would have seen a return a little bit faster. So
interesting. Okay, staying on the network topic, what tips or advice do you have to network on Twitch that are very effective for you?
Talking to the mods, because the mods usually are the first people to actually respond back to you when you say something. So just kind of getting to fill out the mobs, just kind of let them know that, hey, I'm not a threat. I'm actually cool. I'm feeling the vibe and whatnot. And then coming back often, especially if I like the stream. Definitely come back often when they're on there, so they see that I'm a regular, that I'm definitely feeling it. And then hopefully at that point the DJ recognizes that, and then then they're shouting me out like, "Hey, D-Man, what's going on?" Blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, I caught your set the other day. It was dope. Da, da, da. Oh, great! I'm glad you slid through. Thanks for the support. It's just that right there is just showing when you're showing someone else some love, and then generally they show it back. I think that right there really builds the bond between the two DJs as well as the community, and it brings everyone else up. So
To continue with that kind of thought, what are maybe some of the newest skills that you've had to acquire both in streaming and planning out this event?
M streaming, and actually, I think Spinner Rita said this, is that you have to. I think I'm not sure. I'm not misquoting her, but you have to be an entertainer as well as DJ.
Yes.
And I've done all types of. I've been on radio. I'm a battle DJ. Weddings, parties, all that stuff. I've done all that. I've done. If you name it, I've done it. And but each one is separate. Like when I'm on the radio, I'm radio D-man, and that's it. When I'm spinning, I'm DJ D-man, whatever. And to now know that I have to kind of talk more and interact with people while I'm DJing and spinning, because normally I'm in the club, I don't want to talk to anyone. Like, just leave me alone. Let me get through my set. And then, hey, the silver, Chevette, your lights are still on. That's about it. That's all I say. But now I have to be more, entertainer, just to shout everyone out, let everyone know that, hey, I see you, I respect you guys are in here. Thanks for coming out. So that right there has probably been the biggest thing that I've done. And I totally forgot the second part of your question.
So no, it was just like, what other skills have you learned by planning this event? Because this is a lot of logistics, and this is a lot of coordination with DJs who aren't technically the most organized, or people.
Well, see, the funny thing was that because once again, because of the DJ community is so tight, it's like literally I don't, unless they were not available, they were like out of town.
Mm-hmm.
When I ask someone, there's like, oh, I'm down. That sounds great. It's a great cause. Sign me up right now. What shift do you need me at? And right now, since we're in the kind of like, getting to the final stretch here before it starts up, it's just right now, it's just small things as far as, some, tidying up that I need this so I can have this ready. Other than that, it was relatively seamless. And like I said, with the help of Ms. Val and Spunky Diva, they definitely helped out quite a bit. So once again, shout out to them, and once again, shout out to the DJs, because like I said, they were 100% down. I see Thwomp up there. He's on there. But yeah, and Vader. Once again, like I said, they were down from day one, and they were very responsive when I asked for stuff. Most people gave stuff right away. So it was pretty smooth for the most part. And I'm not the guy that spearheads stuff. It's like, this is probably one of the biggest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
I'm more the guy like, okay, what do you need me to do? All right, I'll do it. But to say, and once again, it was like one of those things when once the snowball started, I was like, well, it's going now, so I got to keep going. But then I got excited, got into it, and it was like, that's cool. And it got to a point where I literally had to cut it off, because I literally, if I didn't cut off, we would have been DJing for like a week straight. I mean, that's how much love I was getting from other DJs. I'm like, okay, at some point I got to stop this, because I got to make the t-shirts, I got to do this and whatnot. Which, by the way, if you want t-shirts, the merch is beats4cure.com.
Yes.
You can get t-shirts, hoodies, and I think I have a mug on there right now.
Good.
And all that, the proceeds of those items, 100% is going to breast cancer research, as well as during that 50-hour set, all subs, all bits, and all donations are going to 100% going to breast cancer research. And what's cool about this is that it's not going to one cause, like Susan G. Komen or something like that.
Right.
Each DJ is actually donating to their local charity. So instead of having one big giant poof of pink of, hey, we did this, we're literally pinking out the whole world. Like, each place is now getting support, and just hearing who people are donating to is just phenomenal. And I love that the love is being spread across the globe, literally. So
awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm also curious, like, what's next? Like, after you get through this, like, what do you think you want to do next? How is your stream schedule, and where do you want to see your Twitch kind of audience and channel grow to?
The funny thing, I started thinking about something with New Year's Eve, but I know a lot of people are probably doing stuff. But once again, because of COVID, I don't know how many parties are going to be out there. But it'll be nice to have a kind of like either like a during the day party kind of vibe, and then kind of after party, kind of thing. So maybe something like that. Definitely 100% for sure, we're doing this again next October, guaranteed.
Yes.
But right now, I mean, I'm just enjoying doing what I'm doing, just DJing, putting sets together. it's just, I would love to see my stream obviously grow. But once again, even if there's one person in there, they're getting 100% of me,
Yeah.
whether it's one or a million, but I'd rather have a million, obviously. But whoever's in there, I love that they're in there. I respect their time. And just like NYC Dope says, their time is very valuable. So, don't waste it, and and appreciate that they're there. So yeah, I appreciate everyone's there. So like I said, whether it's one or a million, they're getting 100% of me. So
Okay. And then let's also, how have your mods helped you really help your channel excel and really taken a burden off of you moving forward? Because I know that once you got your mods, it really kind of helped you just be even more free. So talk to
yeah.
us about that.
Yeah, the funny thing was that was with Miss Vale. I think she came in through Ageless, and because Ageless was on he was checking my. I have a morning show. My shows are Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Eastern Standard. Except for this Thursday. Well, no, I will be on 9 because I'm coming on an hour early, so I'll still be on at 9.
Yeah.
So he was on there, and then because she's his mod. I think she just happened to come on one day, and then I noticed that she kept coming on and every time and commenting and whatnot. I saw she was kind of interacting with the other chatters. So and I said my numbers weren't high at all. I mean, there's it's just like I'm not going to ask. I don't have that many people coming in. And then I think one day I did a pretty decent set where I had a decent amount of people in there, and I was like, you know what? And she handled the chat. And I'm like, okay, wow, she's actually keeping up with because it was like going fast. And so I asked her, I was like, okay, it felt weird. It's kind of like, you're kind of asking, granted I'm married, so I'm not asking for a date, but it was kind of like asking like, hey, would you like to be my mod?
Yeah.
Like, hey, and she's like, oh, that's cool. Absolutely. I love what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And it's just phenomenal that how she interacts with everyone. She puts up the commands and it keeps the chat going. And that is very, very helpful because like I said, when you're DJing, 1,000 things can go by and in between a mix. And if you're not catching that one person that has that one thing, they may feel some way about that. But she catches that and she acknowledges that and later on she may highlight or whisper to me like, hey, make sure you say something like this. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. I totally missed that. So yeah, so definitely she helps. And real talk, the other day I actually had a pretty emotional moment I was talking about my mom and breast cancer because I lost my mom to breast cancer. And I had to step away from the tables for a second, and she and actually my wife kept the chat going. So
Nice.
between the two of them, it's like the chat didn't go off the rails. They kept it focused, and it was literally in the middle of a hype train. So like literally all this stuff is going on. I had to step away for a second.
Yeah.
I come back, and things are still in the pocket, and there's a poll up about Craig David, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Yes.
But once again, they kept it going, and I love that, and I love that they were there to support me and support that.
Yeah, yeah. So Sunday sermon says they lost their mom to uterine cancer. They should connect. So definitely, that's a great story. Also in the chat, if you want to be a mod, if you're say a viewer and you want to be a mod, put a 1 in the chat, and we will make a little list and collect that so we can share that with other people. So we'll do that for you. I think Holly's working on that. As we kind of come to a close for the interview, any kind of last minute words of wisdom or advice for viewers on Twitch as well as streamers and DJs? I find your perspective is so interesting because you took 10 years off and still came back strong. So you have the wisdom of reflection, as I like to call it. So I'd really love to hear what you have to say about this.
Yeah, I mean, as far as viewers, like I said, just be respectful in the chat. Enjoy the streams. Just and also to stay and it's going back to the whole your PowerPoint slideshow of staying for 15 minutes, at least so that the amount. Definitely as a viewer, make sure you do that. I'm very mindful of that now. When I go to someone's stream, I try, unless I don't feel them at all, whatever. I at least try to stay on there for at least 15 minutes just so that they get at least some numbers on there.
Yes.
As a viewer. So definitely try, do that. And like I said, just, engage in the chat if possible. I understand some people are working, so you can't. But once again, your lurking time is just as big as far as analytics as someone that's chatting it up. As far as DJs, just be you. Just do your sets that you're comfortable with. Just have fun. Go see other DJs. Check out what they're doing. Don't bite what they're doing. I wouldn't say that, but at the same time, you will learn a lot of different things. Like I said, I like. There's one DJ who had I have a pan effect on my secondary camera, and I saw another DJ do that. I'm like, how's he? I thought he had some kind of mechanical arm going back and forth. I'm like, wow, that's pretty elaborate. And I'm like, no, it can't be that. And of course, me being a nerd, I go down this rabbit hole of, how to find that. And I find 20 other things I didn't even want to know about, but I found it and I ended up using them. And it's just I'm like, oh, okay, it's just basically a filter effect that's in OBS. And, you download it and it's there. And I have this nice little cool pan effect that goes on my secondary camera. So yeah, definitely watch other DJs, check them out. And once again, network. That's probably the biggest word I can say right now is network. You got to network.
Amen.
And that's not even here. That's also in life as well.
That's in life as well. Yes, it's life skill. Awesome. Well, D-Man, thank you very much for stopping by. I'm excited to see how this week goes. We're going to have you pop on again in a couple of weeks to share the results. But props to you for stepping forward, for making this happen, for opening up for all of us to participate. I mean, it's very inspiring. So I'm happy to be a part of it. And I think that you're going to see other people follow your lead. So thank you for being a leader and stepping out, because you did say that you don't usually do this. So it really feels bad when I say people kind of step out of their comfort zone and do things they want. So I got the utmost respect for you. Props to you. Let's put some hearts and some ones in the chat.
One other thing real quick. First off, shout out to you, Imani, for doing this, because like I said, I tell everyone about you. I'm like, this is the channel to be on. And once again, ladies, make sure you get yourself checked for breast cancer and stuff like that, as well as men. Make sure you do that. Of course, I bleed pink. We're doing this. So, so if you guys go with the pink emotes right now, that'd be great. Awesome. And Selector 720 and anyone else. Actually, this could be a poll. You guys want to put a poll up? If anyone's upgrading from the S9 to the S11, I'm DJing on a new mark scratch, because I didn't really want to drop that mount for coming out of retirement. So if anyone is selling their S9 when they buy the S11, let me know.
Holler at your boy.
Holler at your boy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. For sure. Thank you. All right. We'll see you.
And real quick, Unavoidable. That's my son right there. Shout out to
nice.
That's my son.
Okay. Right. Awesome. Dope. Cool. Family affair. I love it.
Family affair.
Cool. All right. So we are. I'll see you. We are coming to the close of Twitch U. We're gonna put up the guide. So if you're new to Twitch, this guide that we created is really helpful. So I want to create that. We're gonna go on a raid. We're gonna take Club Fro is selling his S9. So holler, let's see here. D-Man, holler at Club Fro. He'll give you a good price. Maybe he'll give you a gift. No, just kidding. Don't do that. Anyways, we're going to put up the guide for, what's it called? For the guide as well. We're going to go on a big raid, just how NYC Dope said we're going to do. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go raid JMKM. So she's a big streamer as well. We're going to go raid in there. Bootcamp. Let me show you about the bootcamp. If you want to get up and running on the bootcamp, whisper me as well. Whisper me. I got a little slide here. It's really just, I'm going to get you up and running on Twitch. There's 2 separate 4-hour sessions we'll do. We'll get you up and running, take a week or 2 to have you put it into action, and then we'll follow up and add more things too. We cover everything from OBS, bots, Twitch, email lists, like everything you need to get up and running, the technology, everything. We get you up and running really quickly. So definitely whisper me about that as well, and definitely do that. So next week we'll have some guests. We'll have the flyer for next week. I'm excited. Let's see, next week. Do we have next week? Okay, so next week we're gonna have I'm confirming Tyler Johnson, and I saw Selector you put in the chat. It took Tyler, I think, 9 weeks to get his It took 9 weeks for him to get his partner application approved. We're also going to have Victoria Rollins come in. She's got dope graphics and visuals. So we're going to have her come in, and one more guest as well. So do that. Oh my goodness. What happened here? Is another hype train? What is going on here? Let's see. Thank you, Greta, for gifting that sub. Living Proof. What's up, Living Proof? Good to see you. DJ Chance. All right, we're going to take a couple minutes. If you have any questions before we go on our raid, we're going to finish this hype train. Wow. How did that happen? I missed that completely. So we're level 2, 12%. If you're still new here, you can see this is our second hype train. We never had 2 in one Twitch U, but that's awesome. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going through. We got 15% here. In the chat, put one new thing you've learned today that you're going to apply as well. Put one new thing you learned today that you will apply. Awesome. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, DJ Chance, for the bits. You're welcome, Chaotic, for sure. I already picked the raid. Q, DJ Q. Who did you want to raid, though? Let me know. I already picked the raid. It was pre-selected, but let me know, DJ Q. All right, a connect. We'll see if we have a connect at that as well. We're going to go to DJ JMKM, though. Thank you for the bits. The Party Rocker, DJ Kev G. Songbird, thank you for the bits. Have to come correct. Thank you for the bits. You're welcome, Dance Forever. Good to see you. So living proof, let me highlight this and we'll answer this as well. You put, what's the best way to approach someone? I think if you notice someone in your chat, this is what I did. I asked Holly and Justin, I just sent them a message, look, I'm really looking for a mod. I think you'd be a great fit for my channel. Are you open to talking about it? They were like, absolutely, I'm in. So just ask. The worst they can say is no. And then that's what I did. That'll work. Also, make sure you follow Living Proof. On Sundays, you do Shelter Funk. That's a dope time in there. Shelter Funk is dope. And so that's how I'd answer that question, Living Proof. So hopefully do that. Thank you for the gifted sub, Chaotic. I appreciate that. Dance Forever, thank you for the bits. Thank you for Lady Cancer. Thank you for those bits. Oh my goodness. Lenny Pensia with the 5-piece ranch and a strawberry shake. Thank you very much. We're already level 4. Oh, so Spunky Diva, we'll show you that really quickly. So yeah, also let us know one new thing you learned. I'm looking at the chat here because thank you for the bits, DJ OE. Good to see you. Good to see you. Maddie, thank you for the bits. Misty Blue, thank you for the bits. J Style Sounds, thank you for those bits. Living Proof, thank you for those bits. Chanel B, I'm coming back again. I'm going to fix that. DJ Prodigy, thank you for the bits. Uh-oh, I have to give Nyla a treat. Okay, hold on. Let me get her here. Is Ames here? Let me know if Ames here. DJ Q, thank you for the gifted sub. Let's see here. Okay, we're here. Thank you there. Let's scroll down here. I'll show you. Let's see here. Awesome. Awesome. What happened here? Let's see here. How to highlight without using channel points. Good there. Show love. Thank you for those bits. Good, good. You learned a lot. Pick one thing. Oh, how to mods rate. Okay, London. I'm glad you asked that. Hello there, London. I see you there. Okay, so for mods to raid, they would just type the command in the chat, like /raid space the person that you're raiding. But mods have to be moderators and editors, and then it worked because Jen and I did it last week and it worked. So yeah, that's how it works for that. So let me get Nyla a couple of treats here. Let me put her up here. So Nyla, come here. Come here. Ames, this is your favorite. Yes, you're welcome, DJ Q. Come here. So let's see here. I'll go to feed Nyla before we go up. Hold on, let me take that off there, London. So hopefully that answered your question, London, as well. Okay, so hold on for a minute here. Where's Ames? Okay, so let's see here. Come sit up. You gotta come up here. Up. Come on. Up here, this way. Come on, they want to see you. Here, no. Here, let me grab you up here. Up. Put the dog here. Okay, so the dog's here. Dog's here. Up. Go do here. Oh gosh. There we go. That's one, and then one more for Nyla right here. There you go. Good girl. Okay. So that's good. So let me see here. Yes, Ames. Yes. Okay. So we got that. So let me see here. Yes. Oh, hold on. We saw a hype chart. I forgot. 65%. We got 2 minutes left. That's good, Holly. Do that as well. Awesome. Let's see here. Me too. So that's good. This is awesome. A good class. Keep sharing the class. I really appreciate when you all share as well. Do I have to have? Okay, no. So let me see here. I see your question here, Tanya. Let me pull it up here. It says you mentioned that I show videos. No. Tanya, can you put in the chat, what are you using to broadcast? Is it OBS or is it through Twitch or is it something like a StreamYard? Let us know that and we'll answer that. You're welcome. So let us know that. Where are we at now? Level 4, 87%. DJ Eyes, thank you for that one gifted sub to Living Proof. Appreciate that as well. Thank you, thank you. Where are we at here? Let's see here, how you control the countdown timer and rating. So really, you can just let it sit there, and eventually, I think it takes 2 minutes. If you just let it sit there, it'll rate automatically after 2 minutes, or you can go automatically. So Tanya, in OBS, it's really easy to add video. You would just create either another scene, or you can add a video. Oh, thank you, Eclipse, for the gifted sub. Or you can add the video right in there and toggle it on and off. So it's pretty easy to do, and that's probably what I would recommend, is just add the video like a media source, put it in there, line it up for the screen, and then you can toggle it on and off and play it that way. It's really easy for you to do that. I'll send you some notes on how to do that as well. So that's really easy as well. Okay, emotes and text. So let me show you this again really quickly. Here, so I have like classics is up here, you see. So if you go on, this is just for iPhone now. So when you go for iPhone as well, we're at level 5, 7%. Cool. And then if you scroll like here, you scroll down, you see you can scroll a little bit, keep scrolling. Okay, you see the little Twitch thing there? You click on that, and then you can use your mouse. Look, if I go up here, like there's Flossie right there. So you pick Flossie, you could send that. I can send it to Classics, or like you see the Mariah, we have Beats and Breakfast. I can send that as well. Beats and Breakfast, send it, and it works that way as well. So there you go. And that's how it works there. So London, I think that should help you. We showed that as well. That's a really cool feature. Let's see here. Songbird, thank you for that gifted sub. Where are we at? Level 5, 23%. Thank you. So there, let's see here. Good, 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 Tanya. You got that? Awesome. Great class, everyone. So fun, so exciting here. Club Pro, awesome. Once we finish this hype train, we're going to go on a raid to JMKM and JMK. And then we'll see you next week for some other good guests and more things. As I get more updates from Twitch, I share them. I think if you have things that you want us to cover for class, always whisper me or send me a message. We're open and we'll do that as well. Not necessarily, it depends on the channel. So Sunshine, it depends on the channel as well. This is not always true. It just depends on the channel as well. But good question. I'm glad you like it, Lady Cancer. Good job. All right, hold on for a minute here. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, I could do class. Let me see here. So Ruthie, I don't think so. I haven't found out a way to do it as well. I haven't. We're working on this, but I don't not right now. No. Eclipse, another good point here. If you want to get your, let me think here. If you want to get your strat, if you're a DJ and you want to download your set, as soon as you click stop streaming, go to your videos, click on the download button, and you will be able to download the set right then before it gets muted. After you wait 10 or 15 minutes, it's too late as well. So that's what that does. Thank you, Eclipse, for that. Dame Karen, happy Tuesday to you. So here, SoulFox, I think all the bits count in a hype train. I think so. I think it just accumulates, and once you get over 100, then it will pop up as well. So I think that's what it is. Where are we at? We're level 5, a minute 28 left, 23%. So yeah, you're awesome. Download right away. I agree, Soul King Beats. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Good to see you here. Okay, so we have to make a little shift in our rating thing. We're going to rate Eric Deluxe, who has some dope sets going on. So we're going to rate him. And let me see here. You're welcome. So let's see here. We'll finish this off and then be on our day. So yeah, if you're a new DJ, you want the boot camp, please reach out to me via Whisper message. The links are in the chat. And then if you have topics for next week's class, do that. And then for tomorrow, if you're around, we have Survivor. We have another exciting Survivor tomorrow. We've got Brian McKnight versus Justin Timberlake, Bobby Brown. We've got Genuine, Maxwell, and Neo. I promise you there'll be some twists and turns as well. So tune in 8 p.m. for Survivor. See who's the last one standing on the island. We have a lot of fun in the chat with that one. So definitely come check us out then. Songbird, thank you for that gifted sub. Appreciate that. So delete comments from chat as a mod. So I believe Holly or Jen can, yes, Holly, Jen can just show you. So I'm gonna highlight Jen's message right here, and then we're gonna take this off. So yes, Janice, good to see you here. Awesome. Yes. So good, good, good. Let's see here. We got, okay, cool. We're good. All right, so we're gonna go on a raid. Thank you all for 2 hype trains. Awesome. Thank you for a great class. Let's go on a raid now. And we are going to come in there hot. Make sure you put your emotes up, and we're going to follow NYC Dope's advice and rate someone who's like a much bigger account than us, and going to be on and running. Awesome as well. Thank you all for the attention and your attention in the class. And here we go. So this one, he has follower, subscriber only chat. So we're going to check that out, see how that works. You can just follow him or whatever. It's cool. You're welcome. Thank you to D-Man. Thank you to NYC Dope. Thank you to Ms. Vale for stopping by. I love our guests. They really help us. So appreciate all that as well. And I just really appreciate the ideas, the sharing. We learned so much. I learned so much as well. It's just awesome. So yes, I like this as well too. Settings in your OBS. Thank you for that, Selecta. Nakia, Maria, Conchita, good to see you here. Thank you. Saw you earlier. No, you can't. All right, so we're ready. We're going to go in there hot. Good, nice view. Okay, thank you all. I will see you all tomorrow on the stream, next Monday, all throughout the week. But thank you, and great class, great stuff. Here we go. Coming hot with our emotes.